My cat is all over my computer.
What's a kitty?
It just goes flying behind her. Fuck off, kitty.
She knows she's not allowed on the desk.
Hello. Do you want to play a game? There'll be food and drink and ghosts. And perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
Welcome to another episode of House of Ghouls Horror Movie Podcast. I'm your host, Ian VanGhoul, joined as always by my best friends and co-hosts, Colby Does Horror and Crystal. What is up, my friends? How are you guys doing this week?
I'm wearing these sunglasses to block the hate. Is that how it goes? To block the haters?
Sure.
I feel like I'm.
Colby, do you have a lot of haters?
Oh, you have no idea.
They're all drinking haterade.
Especially when my posts are sponsored.
You get all the weirdos, man.
Dude. No, I'm wearing these glasses because my future's so bright. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh. My one question is, why does everyone hate on your nose ring?
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Weird.
I had like 2 or 3 comments of people making fun of my nose ring.
Yeah.
I don't care. My wife responded to one of them and said, I think he's hot.
So do I.
Oh, thanks.
Crystal, how are you doing this week?
Good. Happy to be here. Good. I was trying to get my sunglasses to go down, but they weren't trying to be like good, but they weren't moving. So
Damn
it wasn't
it.
working.
It was a nice try, though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's been forever since we recorded, because to the audience, it's just another week. But to us, it's been like 2 weeks, which is like 36 years in podcast time.
Yeah, it made me sad.
I know, right?
It was weird. It was weird last week because I was
It really
like,
weird.
usually I do something on Thursday or Friday nights with Ian and Colby, and I was like, wait, nope, weird.
Mm-mm. But yeah, we're back. We went out. We did some filming. I got burnt to a crisp.
Dude,
but we're
me
back.
too. I didn't
Yeah,
think
Colby
I was
did.
that burnt until I got home and laid in bed, and I was like, holy fuck, I can't even lay down.
Yeah. Oops. Turns out sunscreen should have been applied.
I was
Yeah,
just gonna ask, did y'all use sunscreen?
No, because it was like fucking not super sunny, but we forgot how much closer we are to the sun, and like the snows or the sun's reflection off of the snow as well. Like, go on my Instagram and check out Ian's fucking tan line picture I have. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah. Mistakes were made. We fucked up. But yeah, we'll talk, we'll give a little rundown of it later in the episode as far as our experience out there and all that. But yeah, make sure you give us a follow on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Patreon. Shout out Ghoulie Julie for holding down the Patreon over there. If you're listening to this on an audio format, hit that 5-star rating. We appreciate it. And again, we're looking for sponsors. If you own a local horror shop, business, you want to advertise, let us know. Again, we'd love to run a few ads, but make them horror related. So if we can help you out, you help us out, that'd be fucking awesome. So let us know. But yeah, so we are 2 weeks behind on horror movie news, and I thought an hour would be enough time for me to get a rundown of it, and it was not at all. So we have a very limited selection of news, but I kind of got the big headlines. So we'll get into it. So Event Horizon is getting a 5-issue comic book prequel. So this is going to uncover what really happened to Captain Kilpack and the first Event Horizon crew. The first issue will release August 20th. I wish it was a movie, but at least it's something. So if you are a fan of comic books, you're a fan of Event Horizon, then you're in luck. Christopher Smith is writing and directing a remake of his own 2004 film, Creep. Now, have either of you seen Creep from 2004?
Mm-mm.
Like Creep? Creep?
No, from 2004.
Different one. Oh,
The train one.
No.
Damn
I'm
it.
only seeing another one.
So the movie rips. It's like a underground subway tunnels in London. Some pretty gnarly shit. But the director's apparently wants to go further with it. And instead of like adding on to the story, he's just completely remaking it. So production is set to begin this fall. I'm not really loving this news because typically when a director remakes their own work, I don't like it as much, aka Malum.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this goes, but I wish he was making a sequel rather than just remaking his own film.
I completely agree with that because Malum is a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
They had a bigger budget, bigger story, and I still prefer Last Shift light years ahead of Malum.
Absolutely. Last Shift fucking rips.
Ooh, I love that shift.
Right?
So fucking good.
Indeed. So in better news, Never Hike Alone, Ghosts in the Fog. Womp Stomp Films released a teaser trailer. So this one is going to be a 2D animated movie with 3D environments. It's the first time that Jason is featured in an animated form. It's a 10-minute fan film with apparently 3 unique animated kill sequences that push the limit of gore in the Friday the 13th universe. So it's
Here
set to
for it.
release, right? It's set to release on Friday the 13th, 2026. I'm fucking hyped for it. I can't wait. I love the Never Hike Alone movies,
Mm-hmm.
arguably more so than most of the Friday the 13th actual movies.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that it's animated, like I love it. I'm all about it. I can't wait to see these fucking kills.
Is this under the Jason universe thing that they're doing? Is it part of it or is it something different?
Now,
It's been in the news a lot.
yeah, now this is separate. It's fan
Oh,
films,
because
fan
it's
made.
fan. Got it. Okay.
But again, it's like it works because it is fan made because they actually care about the source material and they know how to make films much better than most of the actual filmmakers that have done Friday the 13th movies.
They're not doing it for a fucking paycheck.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's going to be a 10-minute animated fan film. It's going to fucking rip. I just know it. So, we're just talking about it a little bit before we started recording, but The Long Walk released a new poster and trailer. It's a movie that's based on Stephen King's 1979 novel. It hits theaters on September 12th. I just saw the trailer today in the theater, and this movie looks fucking awesome. I can't wait for this.
It's easily become one of my most anticipated of the rest of the year.
Absolutely. Like it looks gnarly. Have you seen the trailer, Crystal?
I'm not gonna watch a trailer because I have the book. So I don't want
Oh,
any kind
okay.
of spoilers, nothing. I don't want any of it. So
Did you read the book?
I have it. So I haven't not finished with it yet. So I've had it for a long time. I just never read it fully. So I don't want to see a trailer or anything. I just want to finish the book first.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, if you want to check out the trailer, it's online. Obviously with the description and all that. So go check it out. But yeah, it looks fucking dope. And I can't wait. So Eli Roth is writing and directing a new original horror movie titled Ice Cream Man. So this is going to be part of the his new company, the horror section. And the description is, and I quote, the story of an idyllic summer town descending into madness when an ice cream man serves kids sweet delights with horrifying results. Now, I might be wrong here, but that sounds a lot like the 1995 Ice Cream Man.
I was gonna say original, huh?
I was
Yeah.
like, wait, hold on. I've heard this story before.
With Clint Howard.
Right. Which is a fucking banger.
But they did say this is gonna be Eli Roth's goriest movie.
Yeah, he claims it's going to be his most terrifying and insane film to date. He said he wasn't able to make it before because it went too hard apparently.
Mhm.
So now he's able to make this. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, judging by that description, I'm assuming it's going to be like, I don't know, maybe like a body horror with kids,
Dude, that's gnarly as
right?
fuck.
But I mean, but it also sounds a lot like the 1995 classic starring Clint Howard. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
It kind of sounds like a little bit of a splatterpunk to me, doesn't it? A little bit too, because it has like the like those kind of elements in there, especially if they do something to the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm here for it though. So Evil Dead Burn from Sebastian Vanacek will release in theaters on July 24th, 2026. I feel like we announced that a while ago, but maybe it wasn't the actual date.
Yeah, I don't think the actual date was announced yet.
Okay. So it is July 24th of next year. I am already seated and hyped for it. I can't fucking wait.
I think they released the poster maybe or something. The maybe
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
saw thing.
I don't remember. I just remember
It could have
bringing it
been
up.
it could have been a fan made one.
Could have been something. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, July 24th, Evil Dead Burn.
Here
Can't
for it.
fucking wait. So The Conjuring Last Rites got a teaser trailer. Now this takes on the infamous Smurl family haunting. It's set to release in theaters on September 5th. I wasn't a huge fan of the last Conjuring movie. Judging by the trailer, it does look better. But I'm at the point that like I just want Ed and Lorraine Warren to fuck off because they were trash people, and
Mhm.
these movies just keep glorifying them because they like it's in their contract that they can't make them out to be the people that they actually were. So like they just need to go away.
I love the actors, but I hate the Warrens.
Yeah, like the actors are great, but it's just another Warren film. But Last Rites does look pretty cool, so hopefully it's good.
Yeah,
I'm
the
hoping.
stories. It's kind of reminiscent to the first one a little bit because it's about a family. They
Mhm.
move into a house, things start happening. So
I just
Yeah,
hope it's bad so I can shit on it.
I mean that's fair.
That's my goal for I Know What You Did Last Summer as well.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna bring up I Know What You Did Last Summer every podcast till it releases, and
I'm
maybe a
fine
few
with it.
after.
just gonna say, even after it releases,
Yeah.
be talking about it.
I can't wait. Honestly, seeing it today, the trailer, it still looks terrible, but I'm like kind of excited for it just to see how terrible it is.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't know. I have this feeling like I'm just keep trashing it, and it's gonna turn out that I fucking love it. I just know it.
It's like your favorite movie of
I
2025.
was gonna say
Yeah.
it's gonna be like, I thought I was gonna hate this movie, but I actually loved it.
Dude, I texted the group chat when I was at the theater yesterday, and I'm starting to get annoyed at how much like I'm getting excited for Megan 2 now because I thought it looked horrible. But the more I watch it and the more I hear that Britney Spears song, I'm like, okay, maybe I am gonna come see this in the theater.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
love Britney Spears, so I was so hyped when I heard that "Oops, I Did It Again" remix for the trailer. So
Yes.
I was like, I'm gonna go see this in theaters.
yeah, absolutely. I think that's what's selling it is that fucking song because the movie does not look good.
That song does fucking slap.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a good choice on their part. So, Return to Silent Hill, the the upcoming film from Christoph Gans, has been acquired by Cineverse for wide theatrical release in America. There's no release date announced yet, but it is said to be a faithful adaptation of the Silent Hill 2 video game. I'm fucking pumped for this. I love that Cineverse picked it up. Like they've been putting out like some of my favorite things ever. So yeah, I can't fucking wait for Return to Silent Hill.
The synopsis reminds me, and mind you, I don't know anything about I've never played the video games. The synopsis for this reminds me of the first one, the first movie, which I'm okay with. It's just like the role reversal. So in the first one, it was, well, different. It was the mom trying to find her daughter, and now it's the husband trying to go find his wife, which I'm still down with because I love Silent Hill movies. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is very similar. I think they kind of based the first movie on the second game a little bit.
mhm,
They kind of took aspects from multiple games.
mhm.
But yeah, this one is more so a straight up adaptation of the second game, and that game fucking slaps. So I can't wait. And it's directed by the same director from the first movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, Christoph Gans is the one that directed the first Silent Hill movie. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we'll get some gnarly shit and not so much CGI. as that second movie because that was bad. And finally, the masterpiece that is Deathgasm is not only getting a sequel with Deathgasm 2, Gormageddon, is also getting a 16-bit side-scroller video game for PlayStation 5 and an 80-page graphic novel that serves as a prelude to the upcoming sequel. So both those projects will have a Kickstarter campaign in the near future, and the movie sequel is currently in post-production. So it'll be
Dude,
here sooner rather than later.
I just watched Deathgasm the night before our trip because we were scrolling through movies, Code and I were, and we stopped on Deathgasm, and she's like, "That's that one meme when the dude with the when he's got the black metal makeup sitting next to the girl eating ice cream on the
The
bench."
ice cream.
She's
Mhm.
like, "That's that meme. I want to watch this." I was like, "You've never seen Deathgasm?" She's like, "No." I was like, "Oh, you're in for a fucking treat."
Oh, hell yeah. I
And then she
fucking
fell
love it.
asleep within like 20 minutes,
Damn it, Coda.
but I finished it. I love Deathgasm.
It's so good. I fucking love that movie.
I
It's
had
really
when I first watched it, I had no idea what it was. I just saw like it was on streaming and I liked the cover for it and I started watching it and I was like, "What is this?" But I watched a
it's
little bit
lit
and I liked it. So
it's literally Evil Dead with metal. It's Deadites.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah, straight up. It's fantastic. Fucking love that movie.
I like Deathgasm more than Evil Dead Rise.
I love them both equally.
Oh my god.
All right. What did we watch this week?
Oh, we didn't record then, but I saw Bring Her Back. I'm not gonna give much, but yeah, it all I'm gonna say is after the credits rolled, the theater was silent.
Hell yeah.
Like for a good like couple minutes, nobody said a fucking word.
I
Like
can't wait.
I was sitting there waiting to like do the clapping after like a screening and shit. Everyone's just like just speechless.
Ooh. Okay. Can't wait.
I watched Final Destination Bloodlines. It is a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I watched something else, but I can't remember, so I'm gonna bring up my Letterboxd. Uh, I watched Digging Up the Marrow, which I fucking love. Adam Green.
The banger. I love that movie.
And then I've just been binging Holliston, Adam Green's sitcom, which if you
Fuck yeah.
guys have not seen, it is fucking hilarious and just full of horror movie references the entire show.
And D. Snyder.
Yes, and Dee Snider. And Kane Hodder and Tony Todd and Daniel Hare. There's so many fucking people in that
I
show.
didn't realize that there were that many in there.
There's so many people in the show. They're like there's Tom Holland reference or Tom Holland cameos. I can't remember what else, but it's so fucking funny. And I'm so sad there's only 2 fucking seasons.
Right? That is a bummer.
Yeah. But yeah, next week I am gonna be doing the videos of this is day 1 of posting Adam Green movies until he follows me.
Oh my god. It's either he's either gonna laugh or he's gonna be like block.
He's gonna block me.
Can you imagine?
I would shut Colby Does Horror down. I'd never post another video again. I'd review like fucking sunglasses.
Colby does comedies.
Colby does depression.
Colby does like rom-coms.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I watched.
Good shit. What about you, Crystal?
I have the list from like last week too, so I won't read them all, but I saw Clown in a Cornfield. I watched the latest episode of Last of Us. I watched Screamboat, Desert Fiends, Winnie the Pooh 2. I watched The Stench.
What?
I watched Contracted 2, which I think we talked about last time, but I wrote it down anyway. And then I watched Satanic. I rewatched Sorority Row last night.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
want to hear your thoughts on Desert Fiends.
I like the beginning of it. And then I think it lost the plot like 17,000 times.
Isn't it way too fucking long?
That's what I mean. Like there are so many like side quests throughout the entire movie of like getting to know all the different characters. And I thought it was funny because maybe the first couple side quests were funny, but then
Mhm.
it's like kept going and going and going. And I was like, I really just want to see these desert people kind of kill everybody at this music festival. But I mean, it was different than what I usually watch, but I liked
Yeah.
it.
It's
Um,
goofy. Like it was fun, and I love the design of the mutants, how they each have like a different
yes, yes.
sexual appendage on their face.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until he cut until it got like closer or towards the end of the movie, and then they actually explained it when they're in like the cave or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, so that is what's on his forehead then.
Yeah, because I was watching, I was like, dude, that looks like a vagina on his head, like in the beginning, and then it confirms that is in fact a vagina on his head.
Uh, it was funny though. But yeah, like I said, the side quests are kind of what took me out of it because I was just
Mm.
like, I just want to see the monsters and the mutants and because I like the gore. I thought the gore was fun.
Yeah,
Just
the gore and the kills were
practical
great.
effects. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
And it's funny, the guy who directed that, I've followed him on YouTube probably since like 2016, 2015. He's like a big physical media collector guy on YouTube, and he finally made a movie, and like it was fun. It wasn't good, but it was fun. I think Ian will dig it.
He watched it.
No,
Oh,
not
you
yet.
did watch? No, he didn't watch Desert Fiends yet.
Oh, I thought he did. For some reason, I thought you said you watched it. Never mind then. It was some other desert something, fiend something, something. Yes, I
Probably.
think I think Ian will like it.
It looks like my kind of movie. I don't even know what all I watched, like how far back it goes. But I obviously I watched Final Destination Bloodlines today. It's a lot of fun. We'll talk about that probably next week. So I checked out. So our homie Jason Zink from Looky Lou and Straight Edge Kegger, he had directed a movie previous to those, or co-directed, called Night Terrors. It's an anthology film, and it's now on Tubi. So I checked that out. It fucking rips.
Really?
Yes. So the first, like, it's three segments in a wraparound. The first segment he directed. I can't remember the co-director, but his name. But the co-director wrote the first segment. Jason directed it, and it's like a Santa Claus slasher. So it's very kind of Silent Night, Deadly Night, but with like Santa going after a group of punk rockers.
Yes.
So it's pretty gnarly. The second segment, the other guy wrote and directed, and if you're opposed to fuck them kids movies, this is not for you. Like this shit goes hard. It's like it it's gnarly. Like there's a scene that is just as fucked up as Inside.
Yeah.
Like it goes that hard.
I'm putting it on my list right now to watch tonight.
And then the third segment, Jason wrote and directed. Um, I forget what the fuck it's called, but it's essentially kind of like it's like an infectious outbreak type deal. But it's hilarious. It's fucking gnarly. It's one of my favorite like short films ever. So yeah, definitely check out Night Terrors. I
Is
loved it.
isn't it super is it super gory? I think I remember your review, or maybe I just remember the kids part because I remember in your review you said like it has like a crazy scene in there that you like weren't expecting or something.
Yeah, yeah, that's that second segment. My jaw
Okay.
on the floor
Yes.
saying like I
Okay.
can't believe they went there. Yeah. Yeah, fuck them kids.
Maybe I'll
But
check.
that's what that should have been called.
Maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good
Okay.
time. Yeah, it's not overly gory. I mean that one is definitely the goriest of the three, but it's a good time.
Kobe's like, I'm watching it tonight.
I have a short film to shoot tonight, and then I am watching that.
Hell yeah.
Colby heard "fuck them kids" and was like, adding it to my list.
Actually,
then-
Jason just messaged me today too.
Oh hell yeah.
because he saw my post about the Chicago horror film festival. He's like, "Fuck that festival for turning down Looky Loo."
Aw,
I was like, "Oh, for real?" And then we were just talking a little bit, and we were just talking about the production of Looky Loo. So they're
hell
almost
yeah.
done.
Fuck yeah,
Fuck with
we
part
gotta
two.
we gotta record our shit for that.
Watch, they're just waiting for us the whole time.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up. So yeah, then I had a director, again, can't remember his name, didn't write anything down because I'm a fucking idiot. But a director hit me up randomly on Instagram and was like, "Hey, I directed this film, and I don't really self-promote at all or anything." He's like, "But if you want to check it out, let me know." And I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, send it over." It's called The Stench, and it's like 18 minutes, super DIY. He's like, we made it for like 500 or four, I think it was like $400 or $500. Like it's the cast is his family. He's like, it's my family and my best friend. So it's super DIY, super indie, but the shit goes hard. It is fucking ooey gooey. It's like, it's bloody, it's gory, it's fucked up. Crystal, I need to know what you thought about it.
Oh my God, no, I really liked it. I thought it was so much fun because like I
Right?
think it's because of your review because you were like, this is how they made it, this is how much it was, and it was super indie. They just put it on YouTube and I thought it was so good. Like the even the gore was nasty and I was like,
Yes.
that's really good for like they probably filmed it in their backyard,
Yeah.
like kind of thing. And I was like, this is really cool. I thought it was really quick. I mean, you figured out what the plot was immediately as soon as you start watching it. There wasn't anything confusing about it, so it wasn't like trying to like trick you into think it was something else. Like it was just like this is the tree. This is what the tree does. And I thought it was fun. I thought it was cool. I was laughing so hard with the grandma when she was, I don't want to ruin it if Colby watches it, but like it's not gonna spoil it when the grandma's watching the hot dog commercial and she's like, keep it down in there. I'm trying to watch my show. I was laughing so hard.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wrote it down.
All
So
right. Yeah.
night terrors and the stench tonight.
Oh, you're in for a great night.
It
I
was
can't
cool.
wait.
I liked it. Like as
So
soon
did
as I saw
I.
the review, I was like, I remember I commented, I was like, I got 18 minutes. I'll watch it.
I love it. But yeah, it
I'm
was just
Joe
like
Grizzly, bitch.
one of
Sorry.
those like random ones I just never knew about. And he just like hit me up randomly and it's like one of my favorites now. It's so much fun.
It is. It is. I really liked it.
Hell yeah. So speaking of short films, I was sent another one. It is a Spanish one. It's not out yet. Again, didn't write down the director's name because I'm a fucking idiot. But the English title is The Skin. And again, it's maybe like 10 minutes or so. It is the bloodiest fucking animated thing I've ever seen. It goes so fucking hard. In my review, I said it's like Patrick Bateman meets just gnarly body horror. It goes so fucking hard. It'll be released later this year. He's putting it in like a Blu-ray collection with other short films of his. It'll be released to YouTube later this year. So yeah, I'll see if I can send it to you guys because you got to see it. It goes, it's so gnarly.
I
It's
will
so
watch it
fucked up.
tonight if you send it.
I'm gonna put it on my list so I can watch it. As soon as in your review, as soon as you said Patrick Bateman mixed with like body, I was like, oh, I want to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, like if it wasn't animated, it would be like the grossest, most fucked up thing I've ever seen.
Like more than Dead Alive and the Sadness.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
If it wasn't animated, yeah.
fuck.
Just and it's just one dude. But yeah, it's fucking wild. And then I checked out a screener for a non-horror movie called Fight or Flight, starring Josh Hartnett, which I don't think I talked about last week. I think I watched it sometime during our
that when
little
he
break there.
has blonde hair in the movie?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's Josh Hartnett playing Pete Davidson.
I kind of want to see that.
Oh my God. Anytime an actor has blonde, dyes their hair blonde for a movie, we're just say, yeah, he's playing.
Yeah,
Davidson.
absolutely. Yeah, no, it was cool. It was I don't know. It honestly, it's pretty generic. Like it's just him on a plane beating the shit out of like other assassins, but it's fun. It's just a fun little popcorn movie. So it's currently in theaters. So if you want a non-horror little popcorn flick, and stare at Josh Hartnett for like 2 hours,
Yes,
there you go.
please.
Right?
Dreamy
I'm gonna
heart.
go see it. I'm gonna go watch it tonight.
Crystal's
She
about to
just bought her
break a
tickets.
nail.
Just
Okay,
bought her tickets right now.
I gotta go.
It's like I gotta wrap this up.
I gotta go.
Sorry guys, I gotta go watch Josh Hartnett.
2 hours. I'm ready.
And yeah, I think
Dude, that
that's
did you get it from Pixel Media?
yes. Yeah, I think so.
Dude, they hate me at this point.
Yeah, it's hit or miss for me. But
Well,
yeah.
I haven't reviewed half the shit they sent me. They sent me like 6 follow-up emails. What'd you think? Hey, just circling back, what'd you think? I feel bad because they're really nice people.
They are.
Because I still
do.
I haven't reviewed the Surfer. I didn't review the Riff Raff. I didn't review something else that they sent me.
I liked all those though.
Yeah, I liked them all, but I just
I
never
just didn't do it.
got to reviewing them.
Well, it happens. Busy guy.
Just lazy.
Well, busy. There was something else too. Oh, so on my flight home, I watched 75% of the other Josh Hartnett movie, the M Night. The hell's it called?
Trap.
Trap. Yes.
You
Trap.
didn't see it before?
No, right. We talked about this.
We talked
before.
about that.
Yeah, see it.
Well, I still need to finish it, but since it was the flight home, I kept dozing off every like 15 minutes. So I would like awaken, back it up, doze off again, awaken, back it up. So I never finished it. So that's on my list of things to do. It was okay.
I like
You
the first half.
Yeah, I was gonna say you said that you didn't know if you were gonna like it anyway, so
Yeah. But I'll let you know once I finish it. We'll talk.
I didn't say it, but I watched like 75% of Mousetrap on my flight to Reno.
That's right. You not Mousetrap, the other one.
Or, I keep calling it fucking Mousetrap,
yeah, it's
dude.
like Mousetrap. Like
Screamboat.
oh, I was like I was like, isn't Mousetrap like a Disney movie or something?
Mousetrap's the best Mickey Mouse movie.
Yes. I think it is.
I like Mousetrap, dude. Like everyone hates it, but I have fun
it's
with
so
it.
bad, but like just out of like pure entertainment, I think it's the best one.
I think it's better than the Popeye movies, not the Pooh movies. I think it's better than
Not
the
the
first
Pooh
Blood and
movies.
Honey.
Hey, you don't say that.
But yeah,
Scram boat. I love the first half. I just wish it was shorter.
yeah, it blew its wad way too early.
Mm.
But I
Well,
like the
happens.
The
kills.
trailer also gave everything away too. They should have kept the fact that he was a serial killer not in the. They put it in the trailer.
I will say Michael Levy was the best part of that movie.
Yes, he was. I loved when Michael Levy was on there.
Absolutely.
I watched like bits and pieces of the first Terrifier today.
This
when
is
he
the Mousetrap movie. Sorry, this is the Mousetrap movie, or it's called Mouse Hunt. My bad. It's an old Disney movie.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh,
in
I love
theaters.
Mouse Hunt.
Every time you say Mousetrap, because I always forget that it's the other one when they're in the arcade.
Mhm.
Yeah, the first one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Going.
All
I
right.
like how everybody took their glasses off except for Ian.
Nah, dude, I'm rocking them. Fuck it. I'm already committed.
I finished Runts this week, which I loved. It's definitely a good starter splatterpunk book because it did not go as hard as I thought it would, but the story and the writing was fantastic still. And now I am reading a book called Seven Rabbits by Timothy King.
How's that?
I like it so far. There's like this whole big page of trigger warnings before it starts, but like before chapter 1. So I'm excited. But the cover's giving me like Your Next vibes. It's got like a bunch of rabbits and shit on there.
Hell yeah. I forgot. Yeah, you did show me the cover. It looks
Mhm.
dope.
And I talk to Timmy, I call him Timmy, all the time on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. He was like one of my first couple TikTok followers, and I feel bad because it's taken me over a year to read his book.
It happens. I've been sitting on books too for like a year that I just haven't gotten to.
Yeah.
Oops. We'll get there. So what'd you read?
I finished Made a Monster.
Yes.
Almost done with the first Con in the Cornfield, so I have the second one
Fuck yeah.
already. And I'm also reading The Running Man by Stephen King.
Ooh.
It's under his pseudonym of Richard Bachman.
hmm
You guys are familiar with all that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm reading 3 books right now at the same time because I started reading the second one. I started reading Clown in the Cornfield 2. And then I was like, hold on, I need to back up and read the first one. So now I'm like reading them, trying to finish the first one so I can get to this one because I want to know what happens. And then I'm reading this one just because I was waiting for this one to come in. So now I'm just like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll just read all 3 of them at the same time. So that's what I'm doing.
I can't wait for the Running Man remake.
Mm-hmm.
Glenn Powell.
I'm
Yeah,
interested to see what they do with it.
Stephen King did not like Arnold Schwarzenegger as casted as the main character for The Running Man.
Or Arnold.
It's
That
also
movie rips.
It's also Stephen King too, so
That's true. He doesn't like anything.
he's very particular.
Yeah. So I finished Ghostland finally by Duncan Ralston. Essentially like put 13 ghosts in Disney World or Disneyland or
What?
whatever. Yeah.
Wait, I
Uh
write that down.
it's I really, really enjoyed it, but I just had the same problem as I did with the other non-splatterpunk books I've read. It just wasn't fucked up enough for me. And it was very long because it's like a full-on like, book. But it is very well written. I love the story. So it was dope. Uh on Colby's recommendation or non-recommendation, I should say, because he's like, don't fucking read this.
No, I wanted
Dollface.
you to read it and not Crystal not read it.
Okay. Okay. So on Colby's recommendation, I read Dollface, and the first chapter is probably the most fucked up shit I've ever read just because of the content. But but I loved it by the end. It's like it's a gnarly fucking revenge book.
Mm-hmm.
And so as soon as I finished Dollface, I saw there was a sequel called Puppet, and I was like, yeah, I got to know what this is about. So I read Puppet by R.J. Powell, and it's pretty much the same, but with like reverse genres. So like Dollface is like a male that fucks with little girls, and then a doll comes to life and fucks that dude up. Puppet is an old, essentially an old lady teacher who fucks with little boys, and then a puppet comes to life and then fucks her up, even way more brutal than the first book. Um, and like in my review, it made my vagina hurt, and I don't have a vagina.
You sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
That's so fucking funny.
But like for real, like the shit that happens in that book is so fucking gnarly. So anyone, anyone in the audience that is into splatterpunk and fucked up shit, I recommend it, but just be warned, it goes to some pretty fucking graphic places.
Dude, the explanations of like the stuff going in his butthole was so unneeded.
Oh yeah. Now
It was
yeah,
so gross.
take that and put it in a vagina and then times it by, I don't know, 3, 4, 10. It's fucked up, but I loved it. So yeah, that's what I read, and I'm trying to. I don't think I'm reading Us. I'm in the middle of that, but that's the only thing I'm working on right now for the moment.
I have some book news.
Oh, what you got?
Aaron Beauregard did a cover reveal for the prequel to Playground today. It's called Child of Divorce. Playground Child of Divorce.
Saw that. It's fucking gnarly.
Dude, I can't wait.
I have Playground in my my library for Audible.
Yeah,
I can't wait for you to read that
too.
one.
I'm scared.
It's not as gnarly as I thought it would be, but it's still good.
Don't be scared.
I'm scared.
I didn't see any upcoming physical media releases. I'm sure there's a bunch out there from the past 2 weeks, but well, I didn't see them, so we'll get back to that next week. But what did we pick up for physical media pickups in the past 2 weeks?
I got Ghost, a film by Dylan Brown.
Rips.
I also got Split Screen, another film by Dylan Brown. And last, I got Tahoe Joe 1 and 2, another film by Dylan Brown.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to see what you got, Ian.
Well, I'm gonna show other stuff. I didn't get split screen though. I missed out on that one apparently.
He gave me that one when you were in the bathroom,
Oh,
and I forgot to remind him that Ian needed one.
it's all good. I'll get one at some point. Crystal, what'd you get?
I got Carrie the 3 film collection, which
Does
I'm
the rage in it?
excited. Yep.
I love the rage Carrie too.
I
Which
did one.
so is it OG Rage and then which?
Hold on, I can't see it. Hold on.
Probably the remake.
Carrie Rage, and then yeah, the 2002 one.
Okay, so that okay, the one with the chick that plays May.
Yes. So I got
Mark,
that. Hold on, let me put it back in its little sleeve.
I love that it's a slipcover.
It's so pretty, right? And then I used to have these 2 on Blu-ray, but I don't know where they are, so I got new ones. Scream 3.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
So I got this one. And then I used to have this one on Blu-ray, and I don't know what happened to it. So I just got another one. Halloween 2 unrated director's cut.
Nice. It makes me so happy that Crystal's doing physical media now.
Hell yeah.
God, I went to Walmart. I felt so cool. And then I got this one because I love this movie so much. Always have. Mars Attacks.
Oh my God. It's one of my favorite Tim Burton films.
So good. So I'm excited about this one because I remember when I first saw it when I was younger, and the aliens, it would freak me out. Yeah, and then the bubble gum. So when I saw it, I was like, I have to get this because I used to watch it all the time when I was little. So that's what I got. Oh, and then I got this t-shirt too.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's what I got.
Was that what you ordered like 2 weeks ago that you said you ordered something?
Yeah, the t-shirt. I got 2 other shirts too, but I'll show those another time because they're hanging up in my closet and I don't feel like going to get them. Yes, these are what I got.
Hell
What I
yeah.
sent you guys a picture, yes.
I love it. So yeah, I got what Colby got minus split screen. But today, since I was in Pittsburgh, I stopped by Half Price Books in hopes of finding some actual physical copies of Splatterpunk books. Didn't find any of my favorite authors, but I found this one called Inside Out by Lore Gislason. No idea what it is. Simply going by the cover art. And
That looks fucking dope.
yeah. So I have no idea what it's about. Can't wait
I was
to
gonna
read
say,
it.
what's a synopsis?
Yeah, I don't know.
I love that.
Well, what sold me on it was the fact that it's like the shape it is, like how little it is very much like probably a Splatterpunk book. The cover art, and then the back. I didn't read the description, but the first thing that I saw on the back, it says an over-the-top tribute to the goopy, grimy, and gross horror of the 1980s.
Sold.
Yep, I said that's mine. So I'll let you know when I read it. Then I found this other book with it looks like a VHS.
Yeah, VHS.
It's called Found, an anthology of found footage horror stories.
That sounds dope as fuck.
Right? And I saw that and I was like, that sounds dope as fuck. I need this.
That is so cool.
I didn't recognize any of the authors, but I'm like, fuck it. Yeah. So a found footage anthology book, say less.
Okay, VHS, come through.
Right? And then their Blu-rays were I remember going there. I haven't been there in years. They used to have really good prices on shit. Not so much anymore. I found August Underground, Penance, and Mortem there. They were $30 each.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're used. $30 each. I can get them for the same price on Amazon.
Are they
Or
like the Unearthed Films
yeah,
special edition or anything?
they were, but
Oh, they were.
I can get them for $40 from Unearthed Films.
Yeah, brand new.
Yeah, like regardless, didn't have much horror going on there, but they did have Tokyo Gore Police,
Oh, hell yeah.
and I did not have it on.
Whoa.
I couldn't remember if I had it on physical media, and I was like, "Fuck it!" Like I'm not chancing it. I'm just buying it.
Yeah.
Luckily, I did not have it, so it's my favorite fucking Japanese horror movie of all time. So finally have that.
So cool that you found that.
Right. And then I stopped at a Walmart up there in hopes of like looking to see if they had like the new horror selection or horror section. They did not, but they did have Blair Witch Project on Blu-ray.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
shut up.
And I have it on DVD, but now I have it on Blu-ray. So
I'm
That's
gonna
we
find
go.
that.
There we go. Well, go to Walmart. You might find it. You
I have
might
to look
not.
look in the bin to dig into the bin.
There's
See
the
if I can
bin
find it on DVD.
right in that bin. But yeah, that's what I got this week. Yeah. So I guess from here we'll recap our little trip. You want to take it away, Colby?
Yeah, so I got on the airplane, I flew to Reno. My flight got delayed like an hour. Ian and I ended up landing at the same time. It was more than an hour I got delayed, I think. But Ian and we landed at the same time. Our gates were right next to each other. So we literally walked out of our planes and met each other at the same time. It was like a love story.
It
It was so
was.
fun. And then we made the very last shuttle to the hotel. Hotel was fucking beautiful. It was huge. We stayed on the 16th floor. We got there at like what, 1 in the morning?
Yeah.
Or close to 1 in the morning.
You guys got there late as shit. I remember when you texted me and I looked at the time difference. I was like, damn.
So we're like, fuck it. The bar's here open 24/7. Let's go drink.
You sent me a picture of the martini at the bar.
Yeah, I was fancy. I had a dirty martini with gin, extra dirty. And then Ian, what'd you have? Like a Guinness?
I did Guinness, yeah.
So we also got some pizza because we were hungry. I got a pesto pizza with tomatoes on it. It was so fucking good. But yeah, we just drank and lost money at the slots, and then we went to sleep. And the next day, we started our adventures. Dylan Brown came and picked us up from the hotel, and we hung out with Dylan. We just hung out at Dylan's house for like a few hours talking about movies. He was showing us all his stuff, all the practical effects or all the practical like limbs and shit they use for movies. It was just a good time, man. He was just so fun. He made us feel very like at home and welcome. And then we actually had a big surprise. Our friend Sean from Instagram showed what's Sean's handle? Seamus Belial.
Seamus Belial. Yes.
Yeah, so we've been friends with him for a while. We're actually in we've been in a group chat with him on Instagram for a while. But yeah, he showed up and he was one of the most fun people to ever be around. Like how Ian and I are together, like he fit right fucking in with us.
Oh, absolutely.
It was perfect.
It's an absolute blast.
But yeah, do you wanna take it away from when Mike met up with us and we went to the woods?
Yeah. So yeah, we met everyone in a grocery store parking lot. It probably looked like a fucking gang meeting. It was like 15 of us just standing in a circle.
But just a bunch of nerds.
Yeah. But yeah, then we went up this fucking gnarly dirt road and went out into the woods. And from there we just kind of like, they went over what was going to go down, kind of ran through everything. And once it got dark, we started filming. So our first night of filming on Tahoe Joe 3.
There you go.
And-
It's just gonna be like, what's the movie called, guys?
Yeah, Tahoe Joe 3. Concrete Wilderness. But yeah, it was
I was gonna say the coolest part too. Ian and I were just supposed to go out there, get killed in the opening scene, have fun, And then Dylan's like, dude, I have you guys out here. I'm gonna put you in the opening scene. You guys are gonna survive the big attack, and then you guys are gonna be a big part of the finale too. So we ended up being like big characters in this movie. And not only that, we became the comic relief of the movie as well.
We
Because like
did,
they
yeah.
would shoot scenes and then they'd like call cut and then me or Ian would say something funny as fuck and they're like, nope, roll it again. Say that, say that while we're recording.
But yeah. So we not only are we in it, we have lines. I'm very excited to see how it turns out, see what makes the film.
Hmm.
Because yeah, there was a lot of footage that we shot. But yeah, the whole experience was like, I mean, it was my first time on like a movie set. Um, and Colby's second. So and this one was very different from his first experience because it
Hmm.
was more wide open and all that. Um, but yeah, just the whole experience, like it was very cool to see Dylan and Mike kind of in their element. Because I mean they're very chill, but they know exactly what they want.
Hmm.
And they don't like there wasn't a script, but they know exactly what they want, like how they want the movie to go. But they'll also kind of just change things on the fly and just
Like
roll with.
they improvise like as we shoot. Like this is what we're gonna do. You guys, they don't like really give us lines to say, like just along the lines of like say something like this. Like they make it just very chill and easy to like work with, and it's like I'm talking like I'm a fucking big star doing movies all the time, but they made it very comfortable to like work and be on camera. It's just all around fun experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we
And
did. We oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and we got like they had like these big totes of like fake guns, vests, armor, all this shit, and they're like just get whatever you want your character to look like and shit. So I got like a cool vest, a cool gun. Ian got like these fucking fingerless gloves, no vest. And the weapon he chose was a fucking axe.
Fuck yeah, dude. I saw that accident. I was like, it's mine.
Like I was making fun of him for using the axe. Dylan heard me. He's like, I want to record this. So there's a line of me like making fun of Ian with his axe.
I forgot about that.
It was
Hell
so
yeah.
fun.
But
And
yeah,
then whenever like someone had to pee, like this was like a thing between me and Sean. Every time I was peeing, he took a picture of me like out in the woods. So I started doing it to him, and then we ended up just taking a picture holding like our wieners weren't out or anything. We were actually peeing. But we were like, let's fucking take a picture and act like we're peeing. So we're holding hands. It was like 30 seconds. And then I turned around like, did you guys take it yet? You guys like, yeah, we took it a while ago. We were just watching you hold hands.
I literally
Did you see
snapped
that
like
picture, Crystal?
I did. It was very convincing. I was like, are they really actually peeing right there? I
it's
mean,
No, we weren't actually
past
peeing.
them, so
yeah, I took the picture. I took like 3 pictures right off the bat, got the shots, and then yeah, they just stayed there and we didn't say anything for like a minute. It was great.
Ugh, so
That
But
funny.
was
yeah, that
cool.
that first night though, yeah, we started filming a bunch of gnarly scenes. Like I'm not gonna obviously give you any details as far as the movie goes, but if you've seen the first two Tahoe Joes, you're gonna see Tahoe Joe way more than you have in the past two. And the shit goes hard.
Yeah,
So
his costume design looks the best out of all of them too.
mhm. Yeah,
Like it's
absolutely.
crazy the evolution from Tahoe Joe 1 to 3 with the costume design.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's gnarly. You can expect some crazy action and a lot more of Tahoe Joe. But yeah, we filmed for a few hours there. Got everything they needed, wrapped up, went back to the hotel. A bloody mess. It was fun, and then we got a few hours of sleep. Woke up, and they came and picked us up early in the morning.
Yeah, like
And
9.
yeah, and then we went to California up into the Sierra Nevada mountains, and then we filmed the finale of the movie, and yeah, that it was just another really fun fucking experience. It was a beautiful like scenery.
The weather was perfect. The scenery was, I mean, the scenery in the woods the night of the first shoot was fucking beautiful too. But it was a whole nother level of
Hmm.
the views and everything for day 2 for the
Mhm.
finale.
But yeah, we did a lot of hiking, a lot of shooting. And yeah, it's just the way that it all came together. Um, again, like the way that it was initially going to go down to how everything did go down is completely different, but it fucking worked so well. And I'm so excited not only to see it myself, but I'm so excited for everyone else to see it. Like
I'm
it's gonna
pumped.
be so fun.
I hope this movie does so good. Dude, it's because like Tahoe Joe 1 and 2, they have such like a crazy indie cult following.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's gonna turn out awesome. I know it, and it's cool too. Like I was saying, Ian and I, we had much bigger parts than we thought we would, and it's crazy. My character has like this crazy character arc, but it is not for like it's not a good character arc. Like
No.
my character is a piece of shit. Like the even Dylan's like, we have to like make the audience fucking hate you. And I think they succeed.
Yeah,
Because like
probably.
I may be the Ian and I may be the comic relief a little bit, but I do some fucked up shit in this movie.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see how it turns out. And obviously, once it's out, we can like talk about it. We'll discuss it. We'll have Dylan and Mike on to like fully go into detail about it. I just don't want to give really anything away right now,
Mhm.
but just want to say, to Dylan and Mike, if you guys are listening at all, like just the entire experience was nothing but amazing, nothing short of amazing.
Mhm.
And like it may have ruined film sets for me. Like if I'm on another film, um, I don't know how it could be as good as that. Um,
I completely agree with that.
yeah. So, but also that being said, I want to be on more film sets. So hit us up.
Yeah. Dude, like I can't talk about what it is, but Dylan did send us a couple scenes that he did finish editing and shit. One of them, Ian looks fucking fantastic. It's an awesome scene. And then one of them, I hope doesn't make the movie because it is me eating shit running in the woods. I hope it makes I hope it makes the blooper reel.
That was one
I
thing
hope it's in there.
about the trip. Colby did eat shit quite a bit.
I fell a couple times. A couple of them were on purpose though. I'm not that clumsy.
To be fair, yeah, it was hilarious though. But yeah,
Yeah,
the
it
whole the
was
whole trip was fantastic. It was a great experience. And yeah, next time we definitely got to take Crystal along.
I'll come.
yeah, Crystal's
Do you guys feel now that you've been doing this, do you feel more inspired than ever to really kind of take all of this even more seriously than you have? Like I feel like you both have taken this seriously, like it's super important to you, but has it made you want to do more? Has it made you want to expand what you're doing now?
I already signed up for a talent agency.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's why I said okay, because I was like, I don't know if I believe him or not. So.
No, I honestly I would love to do more. Like
Mhm.
I love like most people's like as a content creator for what we do, like their goal is to go to all these film festivals, do
Mhm.
all this shit, go to these premieres. I
Mhm.
just want to be in movies. I don't care what movies. I don't care if they're fucking $10 budget movies. The more the better. I just want more experience. I just want to get killed in movies. It's fun.
Mhm. So
Yeah.
you want to like you enjoy the content creation part of it and all of that, but like your
Mhm.
goal is to be an actor in horror movies.
I would love that. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah, I'm not sure where I end up, but this whole trip like really inspired me and like kind of lit a fire
Mhm.
um to 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 do more stuff like that.
Mhm.
So whether it be, acting, like I don't see myself being an actor.
Mhm.
But getting killed off in movies is great. I love that. But I really want to like we got home from our trip and I said I want to do like I want to make a movie. I
Mhm.
want to make short films. So I feel like I'm whereas Colby like wants to do the acting part, I
Mhm.
might want to do like the directing writing part
Yep.
more so than actually acting. Although it was a blast, so I'm down for anything. But like I came home
Mhm.
and we kind of like inspired each other, I think, because Colby, like we got home, I made that post about like wanting to make short films and kind of branch out and do shit like that. And then Colby went and wrote a short story or wrote a short film. And then the next night I wrote a whole short film.
I think we were
So
feeding off each other's like motivation or something.
mhm,
Like we synced
yeah,
because I've had this idea for my short film for months now, but I was like worried like what people would think about it and me if I wrote it. But I was just got to a point where I'm like, fuck it, like people are gonna they might look at me differently with what it's about. I'll tell you after we stop talking, like after we stop recording, Crystal.
Mhm. Mhm.
But and then I was thinking about it. I'm like, my biggest fault would be if I don't do this, I think.
Right.
Because like I've had the idea, I know what I wanted it to do with it, and I know it'd be easy as fuck to make. And I was talking to Ian about it, and I'm like, dude, I've had this idea for a while. And then Ian like loved the idea. He's like, that's fucking heavy, but that's like a really good idea. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. And then I wrote the script in like 2 fucking hours. And then
yeah,
I sent it to him. I showed it to my wife. I sent it to our friend Nick Kazakis, who gave me a little bit of feedback and actually
Oh, man.
gave me a better idea for the ending as well. So I'm gonna shoot it with the ending I wrote and the ending he told me to. And the more I think about it, I kind of like the ending he told me about.
Oh, he's so good at what he does. Not saying that you wouldn't be either. I'm just saying, like, he knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, but like, just um, no, it's good though, because you always, like, I always felt like if an idea is put in your head about something, it's there for a reason.
Hmm.
So the inspiration that you both have for these short films, like, it's in your head for it there. That means that it should come to fruition, however you want to do it, in whatever way that makes the most sense. That's how I
Right.
always felt about anything. So that's cool that you went into the experience excited to be in a movie to get killed, which is cool. But maybe you did or maybe you didn't expect when you came home to be inspired to then create your own. Maybe you thought about that. Maybe you were like, maybe I'll feel that way when I get home. But so that's like an unexpected thing. That's really cool that you took away from it.
Hmm.
Um, and it's exciting. So that's
And then
all.
also Ian's script he wrote, he sent it to both Crystal and I. Phenomenal.
A plus, 10 out of 10,
thank you.
I
especially the wife.
I felt like I was reading like one of those fucking like Reddit fucking
Yes.
scary
Yes.
stories. I'm like, dude,
Yes.
this is like legitimate writing and shit. Like this is good as fuck.
Mhm.
Thank you. It
Yeah.
just came to me in a vision. Um, but now, yeah, I mean, I had the idea, and then, like I said, I was driving home from work the other night, and it just like, hit me, and I was like, and usually like I'll get these ideas, and then I'll forget within 10 minutes, but it's stuck with me, and so as soon as I got home, I just like wrote it out, and I remembered all of it, and it just worked out. So, it's definitely something I need to see to the end. Um, because yeah, it's that like that's just a weird thing to happen when it doesn't usually like I would have forgotten half of it by the time I got home any other time.
Mhm.
I also have a gnarly slasher like full length in my head too, but
Yes.
we'll get to that later.
Yes.
We love slashers.
Yeah, yeah, it's a slasher. But yeah,
I was gonna say, I'm actually going to start shooting my short film tonight too.
I'm so pumped.
Oh my gosh, you have so many things you have to do tonight.
I know.
You have so many things to watch and shoot and do.
I do. I think right when we finish recording, I'll go hang out with Coda on the couch and watch Stench. I already planned this in my head
Hell
while you
yeah.
guys were talking. I'm gonna watch Stench and then come in here and record.
I can't wait. Um, so yeah, so then I guess that's half of our main topic. And the other half, since we all saw it this past week, is Clown in a Cornfield.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So this is such an interesting one because Colby read the book before, loved the movie. I read the book. We both loved the book as well. But yeah, I read the book and I didn't hate the movie, but it didn't quite hit for me. And then Crystal hadn't read the book and saw the movie and loved it. So like, yeah, like what were your takeaways from it? I'll just let's kind of open it up for anyone.
So I know like where you're coming from, why you didn't like it or didn't like parts of it, which I get, but I don't know. It could have been the experience watching it with Adam Caesar and everything too. But honestly, like I just had a blast with the huge crowd that was there. Like everyone was cheering and laughing for the kills. Like, yeah, there is a lot of dragging and character development, and it's hard to put in 90 minutes with like a 300-page book, whatever it is. But already reading the book, I felt like I already knew the characters so well, so that part didn't really bug me at all. And then when it did come to the kills, I still thought they went pretty hard. Like the gore was great, a few kills were great. And then I also learned that, god damn it, I can't remember her name, but Eli Craig is somebody's son. Do you remember who his mom is?
No, he's definitely somebody's son though.
It's no, it's she's like a really famous actress.
Huh. I don't know off the top of my head.
When I say it, you're gonna be like, "Holy shit, no way!" And I learned this because when I was listening to Adam Green's podcast, The Movie Crypt, Eli Craig was on there talking about Clown and Cornfield and Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
But when they said who his mom was, I was like, "No fucking way!" His mother is Sally Field.
What?
What?
Yeah, Eli Craig's mom is Sally Field.
No way. That's wild.
Hmm.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because Eli Craig was talking about like how growing up as a nepo baby or whatever, and people think that he could get like these roles and jobs so easily because of his mom. And he was just saying it's nothing like that.
Huh. That's super interesting.
Yeah, I had no idea that was his mom.
Damn. That's really cool. I like that.
But yeah, I mean, Eli Craig was a fucking super nice dude. Obviously, Adam is one of the nicest people in the world. So, I mean, I was trying not to be biased about the movie, but
Mhm.
I genuinely really had a good time with it.
I love
And
that.
and I would definitely call it like um what's the word? Like introduction to horror.
Oh yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like the slasher for like younger generation.
Yeah, and like the books are YA too, so I don't know. Like I just had fun with it, and some scenes, yes, I did think went on too long, especially if you already knew the characters, like I said. But yeah, it was just a good time for me, honestly.
Hell yeah. Yeah, and for the audience too, there are going to be a little bit of spoilers.
I was just gonna ask that question.
Yeah. Because I do want to get into to some of the things, some of the comparisons. So if you haven't read or watched Cloud in the Cornfield, uh, you know, kind of, either pause this or, if you don't mind being spoiled, that's up to you. But regardless, though, check out both the book and the movie. They're both the book is fantastic. The movie, again, not exactly for me, but go see it. So there will be spoilers from here on out. So be warned. But yeah, so Crystal, what do you think of it since you didn't know the source material at the time?
Yeah, so for me, I was really late to the game with this. I hadn't even watched the trailer. I knew the book from when you guys had talked about it, but it was kind of like a fleeting thought. Like I remember in the not early days, sound like I've been here for years. I remember the first couple episodes that I was on, you guys were talking about it because you were reading the third one, I think, or like the second one, but I didn't think I made the correlation between the book and the movie quite yet. Um, and didn't, like I said, I didn't see the trailer. And then I just, all of a sudden, it like exploded. It was everywhere and everyone was talking about it. And, then Colby was saying that he was, going to Chicago and seeing this. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to go see this movie. So I went in completely blind. I broke my cardinal rule of not reading the book before I went to go see the movie, but I wanted to see the movie. to understand what was going on. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, or this episode, I am reading the book now, and I can see where Ian is kind of talking about how the characters and there's things that are happening in the book that weren't even mentioned, completely changed
Hmm.
from the movie, because there's sections of the book where I'm like, wait, that's not what happened in the movie. Not saying that the movie was bad. Um, so I just feel like I'm learning more about the characters than I did versus the movie. But I think what I really liked about the movie is kind of what Colby was saying, how it's an introduction into slasher for the younger generation. And it reminded me a little bit of Scream. Kind of that like who done it, who's under the mask, like what's happening. The I have to say I laughed quite a bit. I think the first part that I laughed out loud was when his Frendo's shoes were squeaking when he was entering the kills, because the kills were so like the one kill was so gory, like the first one, and then all of a sudden you just hear him like squeaking away, and I was like, that's hilarious. And then there's another part at the end of the movie when it's revealed um about Cole and Rust and how
Hmm.
like how they are with their relationship. And it's like this real split second that all the girls are like, oh, like I thought that was so funny. Like the comedic timing of that was hilarious. It was also very self-aware, which also reminded me of Scream. Um, Practical effects, which we always love to see in the slashers. Frendo actually, he was really creepy, very menacing. Even though we have seen clowns like Pennywise and Art the Clown, but I feel like Frendo kind of fits in there, and also the clown from, Hell House LLC. So I don't think it was like, oh, Frendo is scarier than this, or it's not as scary as this clown. It's like they all kind of fit in there with each other, versus like a competition. I will say though, I liked the message of the movie, but it felt very rushed at the end with Cole being obviously like hung from the rafters and him kind of just like spilling it out really fast, because you get little hints, very small hints throughout the movie of what the message could be. And then it just felt really rushed at the end of him yelling at his dad. um, but I was like, okay, that's a cool message. I wish it would have maybe been sprinkled in a little bit more throughout the movie. Like I said, it was, but it was really quick. Um, and the kills were really quick and brutal. Um, and I think that fits into the atmosphere considering it's an intro, because intro to slashers. Because if I feel like the kills were like longer, then it would be like almost too much for a younger audience. Um, and the one part, when I was, because I didn't know anything about the movie, was when they're at the party and all of the clowns start coming out of the cornfield. I was like, I was like,
Wait a minute.
there's so many. I literally was like, what is happening? Why are there so many of them? I'm so confused. But then of course, obviously it makes sense at the end of the movie when all is revealed. So I liked it. I think I think it's definitely a good intro. It's kind of like what Scream did in 1996. So that's how I feel about the movie. I liked it.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what really bothers me about Ian?
What?
Whenever Ian's at the movies and he never texts us right after the movies. Like I always text you guys when I'm like walking to my car how I feel about it. I have to fucking ask Ian, how was it? How did you like it? Because I have anxiety that he's gonna fucking hate it if I loved it or something.
I mean, no, that's not entirely true because I did text you guys right after this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
And for Sinners, I immediately called you.
Yeah, you literally called me in the car for Sinners.
Yeah.
But a lot of
So,
the times I have to ask.
um, but yeah, so no, Clown in the Cornfield. So it's one of my favorite books. Like the all three. I love the entire story. And obviously I knew going in there's gonna be changes. I'm not an idiot. Um, but like, yeah, you can't fit that entire book into one movie that's an hour and a half. Not gonna happen. So the first half of the movie, I was into it. Like I was loving it. Like it felt very not not obviously not in story, but in the way it was flowing, it felt like Pet Cemetery, like how they adapted that book. So like it hit the points it was supposed to hit, but it it was pretty quick paced. But where it lost me is once the party started. Because where are you at in the book, Crystal?
Um, oh gosh, I'll have to look. I don't even remember honestly because I keep getting them confused because I'm trying to read them at the same time. Really
You're good.
honestly, not I don't even think I'm to the party yet.
Okay.
The party did feel super rushed. I did
Yeah.
dislike that.
And that's where it started going downhill for me. Because I like I said, I love the first half. I love the kills, the friendo, like just friendo in general. I love the costume, the everything about friendo. But once it got to the party, it felt like it went through from the party till the end. They just rushed it completely because in the book, and I won't go into like details. I don't want to spoil the book for you. But there is a much higher body count,
Yeah.
like much higher. And they touched on a few in the movie, but the kind of throwaway characters in the movie are actual characters in the book. So like who these people are. So it just felt like they were just kind of they just rushed through
Oh,
it all.
Ian, you can spoil it. I don't care.
Nah.
I'm gonna read it really fast, so don't even worry about it. The audience may have read it and they want you to talk about it, so
Well, like the first
don't
kill in the
care.
movie, the first kill in the movie at the party. I can't remember her name now. It's in the trailer, but it's the girl that like gets shot in the back.
Hmm.
She comes stumbling out of the corn. Like that's like a whole ass character in the book.
Yeah.
Like who that character is. So when she gets killed, it means something. Like you feel for that character. Whereas in the movie, it was just like, oh, this character I haven't heard of.
Right.
She's dead.
No
Cool.
idea who she is.
And that's how it like I like the characters in the first half, but you also don't really get to know them. Like I felt like there was zero character development outside of Quinn and maybe her dad. Like I loved Quinn and the actress that plays her was fantastic. And but like the other characters, like we get to know them a little bit, but not nearly as much as in the book. And again,
Mhm.
it's it's a longer book. You're with them longer. I get it, but just the way the movie translated, it didn't like. I wish there was more character development so that
Right.
when these things happen, it
Yeah.
actually means something.
Right, because I was thinking like from when I saw the movie, like I couldn't tell you anything about the blonde girl, couldn't tell you anything about the other girl that was in there, couldn't tell you about the other girl that was in it. I knew Cole, I knew
Mhm.
Rust, but like, and I know Quinn, but couldn't tell you anything about any of the other characters.
Right. And
There's a whole
even
nother. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say there's a whole nother subplot about something that happened in the beginning of the book is completely different
Hmm.
from the beginning of the movie, and it's a whole subplot of something huge that happens. They kind of touched on it in the book very slightly, but I really wish they would have had that opening that they do in the book because it makes a lot more things make a lot more sense, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an awesome point. I'm did mean to bring that up too. Yeah, the opening for the movie was cool, like as a visual opening, but it didn't add anything to the movie. Whereas the opening for the book, like you're thrown right into these characters. You kind of get an idea of what each of these characters are about right off the bat. And then what happens with his sister, it's like everything kind of hits you right away.
Hmm.
Like shit's going down. And it has nothing to do with Friendo at all. So like it already kind of like starts building characters in that first chapter. So like I get why they changed it for the movie, just to kind of suck the audience in with this crazy action. But I do
Yeah.
wish that they had that. Like I wish they did open it with that scene.
Yeah, the book is just a lot deeper, and the movie is just a straight up slasher film.
Hmm. Once you get to the realization of Cole and Russ' relationship, like it's awesome. Like I love they included that they kept that and they included it. But again, even that felt rushed. It felt kind of
Mhm.
like for a lack of a better term, like kind of shoehorned in, which
I
it
agree.
which is very unfortunate that like it would come off that way, but that there's no other really way to say it. Like, because they're both like their relationship is built up so much in the book and it's just rushed so much in the movie that it doesn't feel as natural as it should. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does make sense because from the movie perspective, I think isn't Russ the one that walks with Quinn? She's like Russ is like the first person that she meets in the
Hmm.
and you think from that he probably thinks she's pretty and like wants to talk to her. And then the only interaction you have after that is when Cole and Quinn are on the way to the party and they almost run him over.
Yeah.
Still in that scene, Russ seems like he's more protective of Quinn because he says to Quinn, like, be careful, Quinn. But that could have just been like a red herring kind of thing. Like Cole, it's like, ooh, is Cole friendo? And then of course he gives her the music box, the Jack in the Box thing, and then that kind of pushes that narrative that maybe he is friendo. Um, but then yeah, then all of a sudden it's like they're in the barn and it's like, okay, we're adding that in too. Okay. All right. I love that. But like, what's happening? We didn't hear anything about, there was no indication of that before. So
Yeah. I love Kevin Durant, and I think there's like he gave a perfect performance as Arthur Hill.
Yeah.
really?
Like I said, like I don't remember her name, the actress that plays Quinn.
Katie Douglas.
Yep, Katie
Yeah.
Douglas.
Like she like seeing her on the screen, I was like, yeah, that's Quinn. And the same with Kevin Durant. I was like, that's Arthur Hill. And I love like they change up the finale a bit as far as his look because he's wearing a mask in the book.
Hmm.
So I love the face paint. Like he looked awesome.
That was creepy.
But I
Does anyone
wish,
else want a Kevin Durant Joker?
yeah, right.
That's what I thought too when he came on the screen. I was like, well, he looks
I
like
was thinking that the whole time. I was like, dude, he would kill it as the fucking Joker.
Absolutely. Um, but again, I hate that they've changed the end because he gets fucked up, and that leads into the second book. And the fact that he just drives away at the end of
I
the movie,
yeah.
that kind of ruined it for me too. Because yeah, like some gnarly shit happens to him in the book, and like I said, that leads into the second one, and it kind of keeps going with the story. So I am interested if they do a sequel to the movie, if they're going to incorporate that at some point. But yeah, I was kind of bummed that he was fully intact driving away into the sunset.
That was confusing, that part, because there was so much happening at that point that I had all like it was like all the characters and all of a sudden I'm like, wait, where's Arthur Hill? Like what happened to him? And then I was like, oh, I think he just fucking drove away. I was like,
Yeah.
this like what just happened? Like nothing, because I was confused. I was like, wait, did something happen to him? No, he literally backed the car out and left.
Yeah. Yeah, he just literally drove away.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's just like I said, it was just very rushed, and then they changed up the ending, or his ending at least, and then the end when Quinn gets the baton, like that's dope. And again, it was just so much better in the book because it's leading into the sequel, and you know what she's going off to do, but it just wasn't as effective in the movie to me. Like it felt almost kind of corny in the movie when it should have felt like super badass.
Something really cool though that's not announced, but they announced it during the Q&A when I saw Clown in the Cornfield. So Adam Caesar had nothing to do with the movie, you know? So for part 2 and 3 and hopefully the rest, Eli Craig and Adam are going to write the actual screenplay together.
I love
So
that.
Adam's going to have a huge part in the writing for the upcoming sequels.
Yeah, I love that. I wish they would have done that with this one.
Mhm.
Hey, why didn't they
Like,
do the first one?
I mean, they invited Adam
Stuff works, so.
on the sets and everything, and he
Mhm.
like helped say like how he imagined while writing the book. So like they still gave him like a little bit of creative control with like shit like that, but nothing crazy. But yes, he will be helping Eli Craig write the next movies.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that was just weird to me when I looked at the credits just to see, like before I made my review, I looked at the credits to make sure that he wasn't credited as a screenwriter at all.
Mhm.
And he wasn't. And I was like, this dude has done screenwriting before. Like, why wouldn't you have him be included in that? But I don't know, maybe it was scheduling or whatever. Um, but yeah, I do wish that he would have been a part of the actual screenwriting to maybe keep it, keep some of that stuff intact. But again, like I didn't hate it by any means, and I do think it's one that I'll enjoy more the more I watch it. But just my first reaction, like I said, the first half loved it. Second half, when I should have loved it, it just didn't hit for me. But yeah, I mean it's a cool movie regardless. And like I said before, like if nothing else, I hope this leads people to Adam's books and he gets even more success from his books. Because like that dude deserves all the success. So, either way, it's fucking cool. Like I love that it's blowing up and it's super successful already. So doesn't matter that I wasn't a huge fan of all of it.
Do
So
you
yeah.
do you think that it was written in a way that would appease to the younger generation because the younger generation has a shorter attention span and doesn't read? I'm not trying to say that that is the entire younger generation. It was just something that I thought about of why it could have been so different. Or do you think it was just a creative decision to try to get something into, the 90-minute mark?
That's a really good point that I've never thought of before.
That's a really good question. I feel like it may be a little of both.
Hmm.
Because I mean we see that a lot, especially late the past few years of like the TikTok generation of movies now, um, that are yeah very much 30-second clips put into a movie. Um, so yeah, I feel like it may be a little of both. Um, but I don't know. I feel like even still though, it that second half uh would have been better with more of the development, even with attention spans that are non-existent. But again, that's coming from a fucking almost 40-year-old. So what do I know?
Yeah, after I saw the movie and like I listened to your review, I listened to your review actually twice just because you had so much good information in there. It really got me thinking about all the comments that I see on TikTok about people saying, "Oh my gosh, you talk at the perfect speed that I can pay attention to," or "Thank you so much for saying this all really, really fast," and like, because I don't want to go like or like something like the younger generation, I'm not saying all of them, they just refuse to go on anything to find something out. So it's
Oh
kind of
yeah,
like they need something spoon-fed to them. And like I said, not every single one, not every single one, just the kind of like more of the TikTok more generation. So that's kind of what I was thinking was like, I wonder if they made this movie to cater more to the younger generation who would maybe start to get a little antsy after 45 minutes and get bored. So they need to hurry up and start putting like at the party scene just to completely throw everything and make everything chaos so they pay attention. But I don't know, it was just a thought I had.
yeah. I don't. I mean, that's super interesting. I
Mm,
don't know. I would love to have Adam on just to get like his side of it and his thoughts on it. I feel like that'd be a great question for him too. He might have some insight into that.
yeah. Or I mean, it could honestly, it could just be the simple answer of there was too much material in the book. Wanted to make sure that it stayed somewhat consistent for a movie because
Mhm.
there's so many adaptations from books and movies that do a good job. But then there's horrible adaptations of books into movies that completely lose the plot. So I don't know. I'd be curious to see
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
you would think.
Hmm. I agree. Crystal with the great questions.
Listen, it's just how I was just like, like I said, after watching your review and then seeing other people's things, and like, it's so split too because and then you have like other videos where you see comments and people are saying like, oh, it was trash, it was boring, there wasn't enough gore. So like, there's so many different elements going on with
Mhm.
audiences these days. You have people who don't have a lot of attention span. You have people who get bored after 45 minutes. And then you also have the other part of the horror community who needs like, blood and guts and carnage every 4 seconds for it to actually be a good horror movie. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you can never appease everybody.
Right.
I mean, I love blood, guts, and gore every 4 seconds, but the I thought the kills in this were dope. Like it was cool for what it was, for
Wasn't
sure.
calling you guys out. You know what I'm
Oh no,
talking
no, I know.
about.
But yeah. I mean, no matter what, you'll have people that shit on movies just to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
They're never happy.
yeah. I don't
Oh
know.
well.
I liked it, but my opinion could change it once I finish the book. Um, there and I do have to say though, like the movie was not scary at all. Um, but even there are parts in the book that are creepy.
Mhm.
Like the way that it's written, it's creepy. I mean, it's like something creepy happens and then it gets resolved by something like, oh, it was just this person or it was just that or that. But still, that those the 2 paragraphs of reading like there's something in the shadows or there's a creek, you're like, because it's a book, so it's your imagination. And I don't think a movie could ever capture that, you know? That's why I think books can be so much scarier than a movie because it's your own imagination. But that's a
Yeah.
completely different topic. So
No, I agree. Also, I was bummed that Will Sasso was like barely in it
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
because yeah, like the sheriff is like a huge role in the book, and
Yeah.
he was like a side character in this, unfortunately. But yeah, I would love to have an episode where we like deep dive into book or movie adaptations of books, like
Oh, that's
our
a good
favorite
one.
favorite ones and ones that aren't great. Be a fun time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we got guests the next 2 episodes, so that'll be a good one for when we don't have the next episode. We don't have a guest.
Yeah, yeah, we can do that. But yeah, you have any other thoughts on Clown and Cornfield, Colby?
No.
Okay. Um, yeah, I guess that's about it then. We can wrap it up. So, anything else to add, Crystal? Any other last thoughts before we get out of here?
No last thoughts.
Damn.
I'm good. I am content and I am happy.
Colby, what about you before your busy night of fun here?
Yeah, I got a lot to do tonight. And then tomorrow, if you guys remember our one episode, we had the director and like the whole cast of Alice and the Little Green Men. So Anthony Columbus, he reached out to me earlier this week and he's like, "Hey, are you going to the Chicago Horror Film Festival?" And I was like, "I wasn't planning on it, but if you're coming, I'll come up and support you." He's like, "Unfortunately, I'm not, but we need someone to represent a screening of the movie there, so we would love for you to do that for us." So I was like, "All right, I can do that." So tomorrow I will be representing Alice and the Little Green Men playing at the Chicago Horror Film Festival.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to network with other filmmakers, talk to people, watch some other short films, so it should be a good night.
They let you dress up like an alien.
I don't know. I should show up there as an alien.
Imagine they sent you a costume that you had to wear.
So no one knows it's me.
Colby does aliens.
Colby does anal probes.
Oh man. All right. Well, with that being said, yeah, I don't think I have anything going on next week outside of the usual business, other than, working on getting this short film made. So between me and Colby, one of us should have something in the works by next week. So we'll, give you an update by then. But yeah, until next week, again, hit up the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, Patreon. The merch is still up, but it is coming down here soon. So get it while you can. GhoulSquadShop.com. New merch in the works. That'll be out soon. And I think that's about it. 5 stars, like, comment, share, follow, all that cool shit. We love you. We appreciate you. Stay safe out there. And we'll see you all next week.
Gang, gang.
Bye.
What if everything you know is someone else's dream?
There you go. That's it.